hindi ho namin masasagot ngayon yan. Pero meron ho kami programa na kung saan meron kami mga ginagawang objectives na say, until the end of the year, gaano magiging kabilis ang pagbiyahe doon sa mga sektor na dinefine namin. Meron ho mga planong ganyan. After the infrastructures have been placed, gaano ho bibilis yung biyahe from one point to point each given sector. Meron ho mga plano niyan. Maibibigay ho namin yan sa Technical Working Committee.
Sana ho itong mga projects na ito ay magkaroon ho ng quantitative output para malaman din ho natin kasi gagastos ho tayo. No? For example, I'll give you a very specific example. Itong BRT sa EDSA, gagastos ho tayo dito ng 39 billion pesos. I am assuming gobyerno po ang gagastos ng 39 billion.
Gagawin ho namin yung quantitative output at subok ko namin isumite yan pag nag-deliberate na yung Technical Working Committee.
With 39 billion po, gaano ka-epektibo at gaano karaming pasahero ang dadalhin at gaano karaming sasakyan mababawasan?
Ibibigay ho namin yun.
And then, along those lines, Mr. Secretary, curious lang po ako, bakit EDSA? Dahil meron na ho tayong MRT ho dito, bakit ho napili ang EDSA? No?
Kasi ho, yung EDSA is the showcase of the travel on transportation and traffic right now. Pero, hindi naman ho, yung traffic ko lang ho sa EDSA yung ina-address natin. In fact, nakasulat, yung sa BRT will be Quezon Avenue and C5 also.
Okay.
Kasama ho yun. Hindi lang ho EDSA ho yun. Meron ho mga iniikutan sa Kalakang Maynila ho yun.
Na hindi dinadaanan ng
Tama ho yun.
ng MRT.
And then, again, meron ho kaming detalye niyan na kung saan, Madam Chair and Honorable Senator, we will submit those details sa Technical Working Group.
And itong dito under policies, no, number 7, transfer of DOTR Central Office to Clark. No? So, lilipat na ho kayo sa Clark?
Kasi mga nagsasabi na one way of decongesting Manila is to have some offices in government transferred to other locations to spread out. Nakikita ko naman sa munting panahon na nandito ako, nakita ko na yung staff functions ng Department of Transportation dun sa Ortigas, pwede ko hong ilipat lahat yan sa Clark. Meron na ho kaming petsa dyan kung kailan ililipat, paano ililipat at ide-design.
So, sa ilan po ang kasalukuyang empleyado ng DOTR sa Ortigas?
Mga 740 thereabouts, sir.
And all of them ililipat rin?
Yes, sir. Karamihan, no.
Hindi pumayag na ho silang mag-transfer sa...
Hindi pa. Pag-uusapan ho yan. Kaya nga ho, halimbawa, kung nakikita ho natin na kailangan ilipat at merong pa ilan-ilan na mag-o-object at ididemanda ako at may injunction, hindi ako may lilipat, kailangan lumipat daw ako. Hindi ba? Pero meron ho mga plano na kung saan i-address din namin yung mga personal na pangangailangan ng mga tao. Halimbawa, kung ayaw nila lumipat sa Clark at meron namang opisina ka sa transportation na marina, meron kang LTFRB, baka pwedeng magkaroon ng swap arrangement doon. I-address ho din mo yan.
Ito ba ho nagkaroon na ba ho ng survey sa mga empleyado?
Sa akin hong kaalaman, yung manager pumunta ho doon one weekend kasama sa aming planning meeting. Only last week, lumakad ho yung mga representative ng Union na tinignan nila kung saan ililipat yung opisina, yung mga pasilidades na nando doon. Meron tinitignan ho nila yan. Dadating ho yung panahon, mag-uusap-usap kami. Magda-dialogue ho kami.
Secretary, I would like to, word of caution because siyempre marami ho tayong mga empleyadong baka mawalan ng trabaho. And I think kung ang direction po ng bagong administrasyon ay ilipat yung buong kagawaran, no? Ng iba't iba.
We note the concern of the Honorable
Kasi kung
Senator. As
isang-
I said, sir, we are studying all means possible
para
wherewith
sa,
employments are maintained.
para sa akin lang, Secretary, kung isang department lang, parang hindi kompleto, ano? Mas maganda ho if it's a no a broad policy of the administration na siguro hindi lang po DOTR kundi pati yung iba kung ganito po yung direction di naman ako tumututol. I'm just saying hindi ho sana piecemeal kundi a broad policy. So,
We note the observation of the Honorable.
and also I would like to also second the comment of Senator Sonny Trillanes na 2 weekends na po ako lumilipad, 2 weekends na rin on time. No, at hindi ho nangyari yan for the last 3 years. So, I really commend whatever you are doing, it's working.
Salamat po.
Congratulations.
Kung bibigyan mo ng pagkakataon, bibigyan ko sana yung pribilehiyong marinig din yung manager ng general manager ng NAIA na kasama ng aking USEC na kung saan sila ho yung nagplano ng mga konting-konting polisiya na napabago naman yung mga flight delays. Kung mararapatin, Madam Chair, may I ask that we hear the voice of the General Manager of NAIA?
Sir, yes, you may present 5 minutes.
Thank you for the opportunity, Madam Chairman. Good morning, and honorable senators. Before we assumed office, we already have some brainstorming prior to our assumptions, and then we have implemented several measures. One of which was already mentioned by Yusek Bobby, that we implemented some strict impositions of policies that's already there, but unfortunately we're not strictly adhered to by the players. That was the strict implementation of the slots. We found out in our study that while it was approved on a certain time before the peak, there were airlines using that as an alibi and then departing on the peak hours. At some point, we can call it maybe semi-colorum or unregistered flights. So we became strict on that, ma'am. And then right now, my instruction was if you don't have any slots, you don't get a counter, you don't get the parking stand. As simple as that. So we were able to decongest at some point the schedules. Plus, we also restricted, that was also the initiative of CAP, which we restricted the general aviation operation. We also opened up the 1331 takeoff and landing, especially for takeoff for small body aircraft, like the single aisle, that's 320 and below. So that eased up also the congestion at the main runways, which is 0624.
Explain the 133.
It's 13 and 31. That's the domestic side po, ma'am. Yung maliit maiksi po. 0624 is the main runway, which is the one that's being used by wide-body aircraft. So we also implemented, as what mentioned, was the strict implementation of 5-minute rule. In the past, I came from the airline, so I know what is being done by some of our operators. And I was guilty on that one time before also, I must admit. We take, sometimes in our eagerness to have an on-time performance, we suggest to the crew to clearance ahead, even we're not yet ready for takeoff. So, knowing that kind of thing that's happening, I made an instruction that we have to strictly follow. I'm on the other side of the fence now, so I said we have to do it the way it should be. Those are the little things we have done, and we hope that we're still continuing to smoothen the schedules. It's now a tripartite course of action before approving any additional frequency. It has to go through CAP, MIA, and CAB. if one declines, you cannot get one. You cannot get slot. So it's a close coordination of the three agencies at the airport. Hopefully, we will be able to sustain. Now the question is how to sustain it. Especially the test of time, I think right now is the peak season, which is forthcoming. We have lots of passengers and flights coming in. So we can probably claim that we're successful after the peak season, probably, ma'am. Thank you.
Congratulations, GM Monreal.
Madam
Your
Chair.
efforts are paying off.
Madam Chair, just a few points. No? First of all, I'd like to congratulate the CAAP and Airport Authority for this improvement. Ang pinaka-problema talaga nito siguro yung slotting di ba? That's the biggest problem. Because, Madam Chair, most of our airports are still are not instrument landing capable, no? Hindi pa siya IFR, no? Panay VFR pa lang sila or visual flight rules. So I'd just like to ask for the record again of this committee, ilan na ba ho yung airports that are undergoing IFR upgrade from VFR to IFR? Ilan ho? Yes, Deputy Director General Tamayo. Wala pa ho ba kayong Director General?
Meron na ho yata, but we were just waiting for
Okay, sige po. So please go ahead.
through the chair.
So, because this is very important, Madam Chair, yung for the slotting, so that we will have more provincial airports can operate in the evening and we can spread out the slotting or the aircraft operations. Hindi lahat doon sa 12 to 7 na peak. Please, Director General Tamayo.
As far as instrument landing system is concerned, we are working, definitely all of the night-rated airports have instrument landing system, whether this is an ILS, a VOR, or an RNAV approach, which is satellite-based. Now, since we're working to night rate an additional six domestic airports, definitely we will have to equip them with the proper navigational system to be able to operate at night as well, and during weather conditions. And aside from that, I'm sure you remember we have been discussing about the ILS runway 24. We expect this to be online in coordination with NIA by October. Hopefully we get the parts. As soon as we get the parts, within the week we can make this operational, and definitely this will improve the on-time performance of the airlines. So kung 70% ito, perhaps we'll hit about 80% already, and we will reduce the diversion of the commercial flights during inclement weather.
So, do we expect October talagang darating na yung ILS 24 natin? Because that's a very, as discussed previously, it is a big factor in the diversions, no?
That was supposed to be arriving last March.
That's March.
Opo, na-delay po ng na-delay. And the latest communication about last week, they said
So, what's the cause of the delay?
manufacturing po, specialized equipment. So that was the reason being given to us. Hopefully po, October mid.
Now, it has been in operational for a year and a half
More
already.
than na po. More
So,
than.
talagang naging problema talaga siya And likewise, for the record lang, Madam Chair, we talked about yung naging factor nung Cypress Tower, no? Although, when the ILS becomes operational, it will be a non-factor anymore. Pero ngayon, factor siya. You don't have to increase the minimum decision altitude kung wala naman yung Cypress, diba? It will still be 300 meters. But you have to make it 900, which is the cost. Again, kasi nagkaroon ng, Madam Chair, nagkaroon ng statement ng Cypress Tower that it's not a factor, but it is. Kaya naman siya in-increase, di ba ba? So I hope that the ILS would be in line very soon, and I hope that there will be no more, siguro sa in the present administration, wag na muna natin payagan. Tama na ako si DMCI doon sa Torre de Manila, tapos may Cypress pa, tama na siguro yung isa pa, tama na yung from being a flight obstruction, di ba? We have to be...
Mr.
Okay.
Tamayo, just for clarity,
The ILS, it's an instrument landing system. It is more efficient and a non-precision approach. Yun ho, VORDM yung ginagamit natin ngayon. As far as ATC is concerned, mas mahirap po i-sequence yun yung VORDM since it is non-precision. For an ILS approach, yun hong distance natin between aircraft or between traffic can be reduced to as low as 3 minutes. Yun
Yung
hong
efficiency
spacing.
po, so sinasabi ninyo mas magiging mabilis na, ano, by reduce the problem by 50%, you'd say?
One thing, ma'am, that would be improved there is the occurrence of diversions, especially during bad weather.
Okay.
Okay, ang uulan. Mababawasan na po yun. Ngayon po, nagkakaroon ng diversions marami kasi yung sequencing po kumahaba. Nagkakaroon ng holding, so they have to divert to another flight.
Okay, thank you. Senator Gatchalian.
Madam Chair, if you will allow, I just have some questions, but it's quite off tangent and not related to the emergency powers, but related to transport. Yung Office of the Transport Security sa airport, kanino po under yan?
We have the OTS administrator here,
Ito ba? But that is directly reporting to
Department of Transportation.
the Secretary. That's a whole big department
Yes.
under
It'll
the
be under
Secretary.
the Directorate of
Not under
Aviation.
CAAP or NAIA.
Yes.
So it's a separate department.
It's an agency.
It's a separate agency.
Yes, Your Honor.
And yung mga, when you go in, ako, I fly almost every weekend. Kaya kabisado ko po yung flow doon, kabisado na namumukhaan ko na nga yung mga tao. Pag pumapasok po kayo, yung mga nagkakapkap, nag-i-inspect, ito po ay tauhan ng OTS.
Yes, sir. But recently, the operational control of the screeners has been transferred to our local airports.
So, sino po yung mga, nag-i-inspect ng bag, tapos yung nagkakapkap po sa amin, sino po ang may responsibilidad po o may supervision sa kanila?
In July of this year, the department has issued an order transferring the operational control to our local airports.
So the local airports now have jurisdiction and operational control over this.
Actually, sir, we are still in a transition period because we still
But right
have...
now, as we speak, kanino sila nagre-report?
It's still with us, sir. We have administrative control over them, but the operational control is with our airport.
You know, this is very critical. Now we're talking about airline safety and the safety of the aircraft. So dapat klaro ho kung sino ang may control. Kung may makapasok po dyan na mayroong hindi magandang gagawin o may illegal na gamit, baka magturuan ho kayo kung sino ho. So sino ang...
Sir?
Sir,
Ito yung isang pinago namin na pamaraan sa NAIA in terms of security. Yung OTS, ginawa namin regulatory policy formulation. Pero yung actual na security sa airport, yung scanner, yung frisking, nasa airport authority ko, sa airport mismo. Kasi tatlong klaseng security yung inaasikaso dyan Security of the passenger, security of the terminal, and security of the airplane. So we thought it wise and proper na yung in charge dun sa airport may kinalaman dun sa actual security monitoring nun. Kasi nung nakaraan, I should not be saying this, mukhang nakakagulo-gulo So isa na lang po yung authority. Ginawa ko namin yung OTS regulatory. In fact, yung OTS regulatory, sila nagpo-formulate ng policy, pati yung custody ng mga scanner, linagay na rin namin sa airport.
kung sa ngayon po, as we speak, assuming may nakalampas po na pasahero, may dalang kutsilyo, no? Nahuli siya, sino ho ang may responsibilidad ho niyan? Sino ho ang mananagot? Si GM.
Sir, let me just put a little clarification. The thrust of this is basically, the aim is to give MIA the total control by next year. That's being processed because there are a lot of things that we still have to iron out, especially the...
No, but my question is very simple.
Kami, sir, sa ngayon, effective Monday, nilipat po sa amin yung supervision control ng mga tao. So, something happens by since last Monday, to now, beyond. Kami na po yun.
So, kayo na po.
Kami po ang magiging...
So, since last Monday po, kayo na po, this Monday, kayo na po, General Manager ng NAIA is responsible for all of these OTS security personnel.
Operationally, and
Operationally, yes.
yes, sir.
So, if something, God forbid, something happens, NAIA is now responsible for that. Next question ko, yung training po nitong mga taong to, gaano ho katagal po silang tinitrain?
That's another issue that we have to look at, sir, because we just assumed the supervision last Monday. The training right now is still being handled by...
But in the past po, gaano katagal po?
Sir, we have 15 days of academic training and then 45 days of practical on-the-job training.
45 plus 15, so 60 days
More or
of
less, sir.
on-the-job and academic.
Yes, sir.
And these people are regular, casual, contractual, job order, ano ho ang job status ho nila?
Contractual, sir, and job orders.
So every 6 months pinapalitan sila.
No, sir, nare-renew po.
Renew every 6 months,
Yes, sir.
which is by contractualization definition, bawal ho.
Sir, but that has been the practice since he took over.
So wala ho silang security of tenure in other
Wala
things.
po ngayon, sir.
Anytime they can be
Yes, sir.
dismissed.
Only a part of the about 1,600, only about 400 are permanent employees.
So out of the 1,000 personnel,
Yes, sir,
OTS
1,006.
personnel, 600 po ang contractual.
Permanent, sir. Permanent. Yung iba,
600
sir, contractual.
400 po yung contractual.
Ang permanent, sir, mga 400 lang.
400 ang permanent,
Yung iba, contractual.
600 ang contractual.
Yes,
So
sir.
mas marami po ang contractual.
Yes, sir.
I'm just, I'm not a security expert, but common sense dictates that this is a very important and vital component of the welfare and security of our passengers and the airport. And kung wala ho silang security of tenure, no, anytime pwede ho silang masipa. In fact, I know for a fact may iba bago eh. Madalas nakikita ko bago eh. No, parang every now and then bago ho yung sa And makikita mo naman kasi nangangapa ho sila eh. No, mga iba, mga student looking, iba bagong graduate, no. I don't know how confident are you in terms of the skill, the technique, and even the, alam niyo, this takes time to learn. And I don't think it's proper for a contractual employee, without security of tenure, to handle the security aspect of our passengers and airport. Medyo kinakabahan ako doon, sir.
Okay, can you answer this briefly? This is regarding your personnel.
Yes, sir.
So we can move on. We still have to ask for Davao City, Baguio City, Cebu, and we have a few
Sorry,
minutes
Mama.
left. Thank you.
Sorry, ma'am.
That has been a problem of the OTS ever since, and even the salary grades of these employees are very low. They are only on salary 4, salary grade 4, and
I agree, sir. Please submit your concerns so that I think that Senator Gatchalian has a valid point about regularization so that you can have more skilled men doing the job. Now I would like to continue on with our...
Madam Chair, may I just give one statement or two in relation to the JO? Una ho, ang total population ho ng DOT personnel, mga 35,000. 11,000 dyan, mga kombinasyon ng contractual at saka JO. Having said this, we are having a department-wide review on how to handle the JO status. Kasi yung sa JO status, some are using it as a mechanism to go around the civil service rules. Totoo ho yun, at ako'y naniniwala na dapat yung mga involved sa security may certain regularity. Totoo rin ho, na naniniwala ako na basta may involved sa security, dapat yung antas ng sahod, kagaya nung nasa tower, dinadagdagan. Gusto ko lang sabihin na yung departamento agree with the observation of the Senator, but we are addressing it on a department-wide basis.
Quick question now before we go to... Do we have a representative from Cebu? That's unfortunate. Next time we should be able to hear from them because supposedly the traffic there is okay. Quick question, Secretary Tugade, part of our concern is to make sure that we handle what we can handle at this point, even without emergency powers. Marami talagang weighing in on this issue and texting me, please look into the traffic in Calentong. 2 lanes of the lanes are occupied by vendors with only 1 lane each way for traffic and people. So I think this can be solved even without emergency powers if they're there. Another one, Senator JV has, so would you be able to look into that, Secretary? I would like to get a report on that. And then
Yes, Madam
Senator
Chair.
JV has a quick appeal and request to the...
Dapat po kasi doon, may flyover na noon. Kaya lang, of course, we had to listen to the Quezon City kasi ayaw ng Quezon City, Madam Chair. Kasi nga, because of the business establishment, total last term mo na, Mayor Herbert, baka pwede mo na payagan yun. Hindi mo na kailangan boto nila. This will improve traffic in Pasig, Mandaluyong, San Juan. So the eastern sector, it's not only San Juan and Quezon City. So yung eastern sector of Metro Manila will improve greatly.
Sir, I am for it. Walang problema sa akin. I think we just have to inform the other stakeholders of the benefits, not just for the area but for the entire Metro
So
Manila.
for the record, you're for it, Mayor?
Tagal na ma'am, sinasabi ko po sa nanay niya yun eh. Ma'am, okay po ko dyan.
So emergency powers na natin yan para mas madali.
Yes, po. Oh,
And you might, and after this is your last term, you might belong to this chamber afterwards.
If it's
So
not abolished, ma'am, if it's not abolished.
Oh, that's true. It would
Ma'am,
get different chamber altogether.
I'd like to add on the procurement side, si Mayor Chepeco was trying to egg me. Sabi, tanong mo na, sabi niya. Yung sa procurement, ma'am, pagka nagbigay ng emergency powers on procurement, does that include the local governments? Kasi, tama, like, in the case of Quezon City, halimbawa, magre-relocate ng tao, no? Kailangan niya yun na, Mayor, yung recipient, wala ko kaming health center dito. Sige, gawin na muna namin. Ayun ganun, di ba? Bunukan na muna namin. And that applies also to Pasay, Pasig, Metro Manila, and perhaps in other highly urbanized areas. No? Knowing the period of time in the national government on the procurement process, medyo mabilis ng konti pag local. No? Ayoko tanong to, kaya lang si Mayor ang So, kasama ba kami doon? Pagka dineclare yung emergency power, sa procurement side ng local level, kasama din ba ang local government sa emergency na procurement? Yun lang po. For your consideration lang po yan, ma'am.
Madam Chair, if I may, my name was mentioned by the Honorable Mayor of Quezon City. Actually, siya po yung gumaganon sa akin. Kinagamit lang po ako. But we would like to look at the perspective why you are here. No? Emergency powers is really because of speed. Di ba po? Sabi nga nila, ang kailangan ngayon yung damat, hindi na yung madamat-uwid siguro, mas mabilis. Kasi kung hindi rin mabilis, wala rin. People are naiinip na. Yun po ang totoo. That's why our president probably was elected. Because we need results now. Now, we look at it at the perspective of partnership. No? With respect to the local government units, we can be good partners with the national government. And probably, we're not saying about an all-encompassing authority, but probably with respect to transportation problems. Because number one, meron ho kaming mga transport, meron ho kaming CTMO, for example, no? Meron kaming and on the part ng southern area, unfortunately, Metro Manila is really somewhat a mess right now. And we don't want to be in that situation the next 5 or 10 years. That's why
kami po.
That's a Senate hearing on the emergency powers proposed to be given to President Duterte to solve the traffic problem. Among the guests, resource persons for this hearing, Department of Transportation Secretary Arthur Pagade,